Are you ready for this?
XOXO, let's take a break. Hi, this is Josefin.
This is Michelle. Today's episode is
Life Before 30. Hello, welcome back, guys. Another new episode. 又係星期二啦。咁今日咧 we're gonna talk about life before 30's。因為即係坦白講，我同 Michelle 都已經唔係咁後生啦。
其實都後生嘅 just wanna 澄清。
你又澄清
No, I feel like early 30's. 我唔怕同大家講啦，我都32啦，我都覺得自己係後生嘅。30's is the new 20's。
我覺得我自己老咗咯。
係咩
Yeah, in a sense.
等陣再深入去探討點解你會有咁嘅感覺啦。
好啊。
咁點解我哋會諗到呢個 topic 啦？咁 I feel like 真係好想去 reflect 翻我哋20幾歲嘅我哋啦，而去做啲分享嘅，都想 go with the flow 嘅，即係我哋諗到啲咩咧就會分享噶啦。
Exactly. So 如果 it's a little bit like
jumpy， 希望大家都包容啦。
The reason why we want to talk about this topic is because 因為 COVID have happened. And to be honest, 其實 COVID 嗰年係其實我踏入30歲嗰年嚟嘅 the first year。
我都覺得係即係自己嘅 late 20s 咧 ，it's like boom 冇咗咯。
唔係 late 20s 我因為我係 COVID 時候30歲啊嘛。咁坦白講，我覺得我個 early 30s 係冇咗咯。我想問你一個問題 is have you ever regret anything that you didn't do in your 20s or in your younger age?
I feel like mixed feelings 嘅 ，because I'm a firm believer that every decision you make at the time 你係覺得啱咯。
Yeah.
而你冇做到呢個動作咧，或者呢個 decision 啦，it won't make you become the person you are today。
It's true. I agree with that too.
係啦，咁變咗 in that sense I don't have any regrets in terms of anything that I could have done， 因為當時你冇 exposure to 咁多 knowledge 嘅嘢，你根本就唔會知道係有啲乜嘢你應該做，或者有啲咩唔應該做啦，或者有啲咩可以做啦。咁 I feel like for me I would think that in my 20s, right， 我最大嘅得着啦 I've always been a person that is sort of like a people pleaser， 即係我好鍾意人哋嘅認同啦。人哋嘅認同咧 pretty much defines my identity and my values。
It's true.
但係我經過呢，即係我20幾歲啦，我就會覺得 my identity and my value should not be based on people's opinion of me。
True. But this is also a very mature thinking.
係啊 But I feel like it's a constant battle even till today because that's just innately my personality, right？ 即係我都會想人哋開心，即係我係一個 empathetic person， 即係我都會人哋唔開心，其實我都會唔開心嗰啲嚟嘅，咁我都希望人哋開心，我就會開心啦。咁變相 that's my positive quality， 亦都同時咧係令到我係好驚得罪人，或者好驚人哋唔開心，或者有啲 bad image 或者 impression 我自己咯。
I think 好多人都會 have that in their teen or 20s.
係啊
I feel like a lot of maybe you that listen right now also experience that because I've experienced as well.
Yeah.
特
I
別係
guess
女仔
like
咯。
in my 20s I became more self-aware of this， 即係可能我 in my teens 咧會自己 reflect 咁多。Oh, I have this problem. You know what I mean? But in my 20s, 我開始會 reflect 好多我自己嘅 personality 啊，我自己嘅 tendencies 啊，即係會好多 reflection going on in my entire 20s 咁樣咯。
What I learned in my 20s is be more consistency on everything I'm doing. 我覺得呢個係好難嘅。
太即興啦，所以變得好有興趣咧，就做啲嘢，跟住就會 move on to the next thing.
Exactly, which is not really good. 因為 because that also gives people a feeling that 你好似 like you never finish anything.
Oh, that's true.
You can see 喺呢個 project 我哋做 podcast 我係已經 plan 好晒我哋一定要有一個 reel 啊 like you guys maybe have seen that 喺我哋 Instagram 啊即係我哋好 consistency 出緊好多唔同嘅videos 啊 and also like podcast every week 啊 every Tuesday 啊即係我哋已經 make 咗呢啲 plans 咯即係唔會話我做咗嘅 episode 然後好似 disappear 咗一陣然後跟又再翻嚟咯
我覺得換句話講啦 like definitely the passion and the interest is still there 但係 I guess right now 即係我哋30幾歲嘅我哋啦其實呢個 timing 就可以 put together our passions our dreams and also 執行啊 how to execute it together 我覺得20歲嘅我哋可能好多 passion 好多 dreams but we don't know how to execute it
exactly and also I think like in your 20s like for me especially I was very scared to be alone when I reflect back I would even I moved back to Hong Kong alone like but I literally packed my schedule to meeting different friends all the time
哦，即係你唔中意自己一個人獨處咁樣。
Yeah, until like COVID, actually,
Then you got used to it.
I got used to it. It's also okay. I wasn't used to it, but it's just made me to reflect and just realize spending alone time, me time, is actually quite nice too. 以前我會成日 like maybe meet friends for drinks or dinner on Friday or Saturday 係一定會有嘅，即係要。
反而依個 weekend 係自己過。
係啊 weekend 自己講，即係我唔會覺得 I have to go out anymore.
Or like 覺得你會 miss out 啲咩咯？
Exactly.
已經係有個心態覺得 it's okay if you miss out.
Yeah, even 好似今日我有朋友 text 我 ask if I would be out, that she want to meet me, like you
But
know.
no, I'm not gonna be out.
Exactly. 即係我覺得而家 the way how I am, I decide, I choose what I want to do, and I know what I
係
want
咪
to
因
do.
為咁樣你開頭啦就會覺得自己老咗？係咪因為呢個心態？
係啊，我覺得唔係老咗，但係我覺得係成熟咗咯。
係，我覺得係成熟咗。
我覺得唔係
覺得你
老咗，
唔錯啲啦，
係啦，
係成熟。
係啦，我覺得應該我成熟咗，唔係講話老。But and also 同埋 I do enjoy going out and meet friends for drinks and dinner, but I just feel like the next day, like the painful afterwards, is not worth it in a sense. So that's also the reason why I feel like 不如唔好出去咯。
即係會攰啊，
會攰啊，同埋可能 next day 冇咁精神啊。
True.
即係點解
同埋
我覺得
你嘅 agenda 其實去到你30歲咧，應該會更加 more packed and arranged.
exactly 即係多啲嘢做啊。
咁變咗你自己嘅時間分配就會學你話齋，因為你知道自己會好攰，你寧可即係可能 next day you want to be more productive to sort of whatever you need to do.
Exactly.
就捨棄即係可能
Yeah,
個 night out 咁樣
yeah.
咯。
So this is why I feel like it's a big difference between the 30 and 20s.
I realized I missed out on every single goal that I had for myself in my teens,
Really?
in my 20s. I promised myself, legit, like really wanted to get married when I'm 25, have my first kid 27, 最男仔嘅，
咁 specific.
好 specific 㗎，
Okay.
即係咪天真咯，即係諗住生出嚟就一定生到，生出嚟就一定可以有個仔咁樣咯，
Yeah.
原來好白痴嘅，跟住29歲就會生到第二個咯。
Why 一定要25歲結婚？
係有 reason 㗎。So basically it stems from psychology class back in my university days. 佢就話 if you have kids later, right?
Yeah.
Percentage of them 即係可能係冇咁聰明啊，或者 because your eggs are not the prime of your time, right? 即係會令到你嘅 eggs deteriorate 冇咁好咯。咁我一定諗 OK，咁我一定 prime of my time 25歲咧就結婚，跟住可能2年嗰個 honeymoon period 啦
Yeah.
先生我哋一個。跟住諗住都想隔2年 just like me and my brother, right?
Yeah.
就
再生第二
生第二個咯。
個，然後就收山啦。
Exactly 收生咯。咁去到30，雞蛋都冇孵到一個出嚟，咁你就會覺得 like you know what the heck it's okay， 即係睇化咗。
Oh my god, I love the way you said 雞蛋都冇咩，雞蛋都冇生到出嚟，
因為冇孵到出嚟咯。
雞蛋冇孵到出嚟。Like how did you?
I don't know, I just thought of an egg, like a hen situation，即係孵唔出嚟啦。
Wait, I actually met you when you were 25.
24
No, 我識你係25歲啊。
係咩？
其實我26歲啊嘛。
哦 OK。
Yeah, 所以我大 Michelle 1歲。
但係最尾原來 I'm one of those 拍拖勁多年先結婚嗰啲咯。I never thought 我係咁嘅人嚟嘅，我覺得自己拍拖可能幾年啦就要結婚。So life takes you to a lot of places.
True.
咁我覺得 the me right now, it's not
Yeah.
like I'm saying like give up on your goals, give up on your 即係諗下將來會點點點。I feel
Yeah.
like you need to have goals and dreams to motivate you, to give you drive in your life.
Yeah.
But the thing is like the realistic part comes in and be like, does it have to be set in stone? Not
No.
really.
Yeah. I want to have my first kids at 30歲。I'm the age where my mom had me, so I feel like I should also 結婚生小朋友。But you know 有時緣分未嚟到仲未嚟到㗎嘛。We were born in the 90s. It's an awkward year to be born. 嘅原因係 I see it on Instagram a lot lately. It's like, oh, now it's 2023. Why a lot of people are single is because we still looking for 90s love in a hookup culture. There's so many like online dating apps and you just swipe right, and then if you've been on 1 or 2 dates or 3 days, if that doesn't click, then you just next one because you have so many opportunities, so many options to meet new people. And whether back in the days in the 90s or 80s,
It's like those chick flick movies.
exactly
Like
so,
Notebook, like that kind of love.
yeah, and also like the guys would be more gentlemen in a sense, or they would try to chase the girls. Whether now it's maybe like the girls like chasing the guys instead. And also I feel now today people don't want to give up their own things. 即係男同女 it's the same as like if the girl had their own career.
I feel like that's a very good point that both, you know, male and female, we're able to accomplish more and know more than before. And that's why 放唔低咯。我都想問你 now that we're in our early 30s now, now that we passed our 20s, just put it simply, how would you approach 你呢個嚟緊嘅 decade 啦？你個方向或者你嘅 perspective， 你會點樣行啊？有少少 deep 嘅。
It's very deep.
I know, I'm a very deep person.
哇！你突然間咁問我，實方向點樣行啊？
咁我做個例子 like what I was hoping for from the answer 啦。I hope to be more confident in my experience. 即係 for example， 我已經有10年嘅工作經驗啦。即係我希望我嚟緊即係30歲啦。I feel like I own up to my experience. 即係我10年唔係白過咯。即係 when I make decisions, when I interact with people， 即係我會個定位就覺得 I do have that many years of experience。無論係做 manager 又好啊，即係工作經驗都好啦，做人都好啦。即係我咁多 experience 嘅話咧，我唔應該否定自己咁 easily 咯。Whereas in my 20s， 我可能好容易否定自己，覺得啱啱出嚟社會冇工作經驗，點。You know what I mean? The mentality is different. I feel like we should own up to our experiences and have that confidence going into our 30s. 即係我會希望自己係咁樣咯。
如果咁講，我會想 influence 多啲人咯。
係啦 exactly.
Like to be honest, in my 30s, the reason why I want to do this podcast is I do want to influence more people like that are Chinese born in a Western country is learn your Chinese, like learn your mother tongue. Don't be ashamed to do that. Like even you can see that I was growing up in a barely there was no Chinese around me. I was the only Chinese girl, and I'm thankful because my parents forced me or encouraged me to keep learning Chinese. Because of that, it opened so many doors to me today. And I really want to encourage like Asian Chinese students or Chinese kids that are born abroad being proud of being Chinese too. So I thought it's a thing that I didn't have that in my mind when I was in my 20s because I was still like figuring out my identity, like who I am. Like I asked you a question is like, do you think you're more Western or you're more Chinese? Because that's been in my mind for many years, and now as you could tell from the podcast that I was so clearly defining what I think like I should be grateful because I experienced both sides of the world.
Yeah, I think it's really good because in your 20s you were sort of being molded, like being heavily influenced, but now that you reach your 30s you want to be the person to influence.
Exactly.
Switch to a table.
Switch to a table. And also I feel like growing up is a process.
It is.
We're
still growing up. It's just that
we're still growing, we're still learning.
In every period, we learn different things about ourselves.
I'm very proud is that 而家多好咗好多 like Chinese faces, like Chinese actors. 即係好似the Oscar, like Michelle Yeoh, like
Michelle Yeoh.
Yeah, Michelle Yeoh, like Yuan Zi.
Yeah, she won the Grammys. Huh?
Exactly, which is like there was nothing like that before when we were growing up, and I'm actually quite proud of that. Like being
like within our 20s, her 30s, 都有咁大嘅 growth in like
in order like Chinese
racial acceptance.
Exactly, which I think is really amazing.
Yeah.
Because I 可能覺得 is because we are the second generation.
I feel like 好多 equality 嗰啲嘢啊，其實都有 improve
好多咯。
係啊。
So 係咯 and also I also want to share. Don't be afraid being 30.
From what I said in the beginning, 30s is often seen as a new 20s.
有啲人會覺得 if you didn't hit your goals in your 20s and 到你 30s, maybe people say, oh my god, you're such a failure or
like wasted my 20s.
係啦，即係嗰啲好多人咪講嘅。But I just want to encourage people is like doing things is never too late. At least you have the heart for doing it. And you can always improve.
Exactly.
Just learn from your past experience.
係咯，我覺得可能我哋30歲 as 女人嚟講咧，可能更加有魅力啦。I'm just saying, because like what I was saying is like，因為20幾歲嘅我哋，即係可能 we were in the working class, but we just edged into it。咁其實都係妹姐啦。咁依家其實我哋可以攞住我哋 experience 啦，同埋我哋保養嘅心得啦。去集呢個社會其實 you know it's quite charming.
But the funny thing is like when I'm still like meeting new people think I'm still in my like late 20s.
Yeah, because I feel like Asians don't raisin.
Exactly. So in a sense, of course because they can feel like I'm more mature. Oh my god, 25歲. But it's just really funny in a sense.
But I feel like maturity is also charming too in a way.
Oh yeah, and also your confidence and know what you're doing. 哇，呢個 topic 好 deep 啊。
I mean, it's a good thing. That's how we're going to approach our 30s.
Okay, I really hope that you that listen right now can also reflect, I don't know, if you are in your teen or 20s or 30s or 40s or maybe 50s, 60s.
I would be so happy if teenagers listen to our podcast. Wow.
But I also would be very happy if like we have listeners from like 30, 40 or 50.
Exactly.
And I can share with us how did they felt when they were in their 20s or 30s.
Maybe it's different from us.
Exactly. Because I love to read, like I love to listen to different stories and different experience. Because I think it's you can learn from it. 即係人哋經歷過，咁你聽完都 you can get some experience. 咁咪唔使自己經歷晒㗎嘛。That's why I feel like it's the beauty of being
living
human.
life in different decades.
Yeah, it's nice. It's nice.
Different
that-
generations.
係啊。
We each have something to offer. It's like 90s babies 又好啦 millennials 又好啊 40, 50s 嘅 generation 又好 Everybody lived through the same lifespan in different periods. That's so crazy.
I know, and they experience differently too.
Yeah, just because 你話嗰個楊紫瓊得獎啦 it's like something that happened within our time.
Yeah.
But whereas before, they'd be like, oh, that's something so new. So I feel like
Exactly.
every generation definitely has something to offer. And I feel like that's why this podcast is really good to help us reflect on what we learned ourselves. You know what I mean?
I feel like too. And also, it's a good way to express yourself
And
too.
to document what
Yeah.
we learned during this time.
Because you hold on, I would not think about this.
Yeah. Or hold on, maybe this podcast or Spotify can last long enough for the future generation to be like, oh, 原來嗰陣時有嘅 30嘅人係咁諗㗎。
Yeah. And in their 20s.
Oh, I also have a goal. 因為我由細到大咧 I'm a stay-at-home buddy, right? I'm a home
Yeah.
buddy. 即係由我
唔係啊，
teenager
你又 sporty 啊，又跳舞啊。By the way, if you guys haven't watched our childhood episode, like please go and listen to that one. It's actually really funny.
Yeah. 哇！我重點咧係 like 咁 back in my teens university 其實我係會即刻返屋企 from 學校嗰啲人嚟嘅，咁我做功課都喺床上面做啦 like I'm just like constantly in my bedroom 咁
Yeah.
放工又係即刻返屋企啦
Yeah.
But my goal for my 30s is to go out more
Go out more.
反而同你倒翻轉咯
Ah.
因為我就係20歲10幾歲嗰啲我啦
冇
長
出去
時間都喺屋企度過你見到
Yeah.
你呢幾個 podcast 我都會發現好多新大陸嗰啲嘢 be like oh Josefin enlightened me in many ways 嗰啲嘢咧咁 I feel like I want to expose myself more
Oh.
係啊我而家跳出嚟嘅
咁你有咩 plans 啊？點跳出嚟啊？
跳出嚟從你做呢個 podcast 咪跳出嚟咯跳出嚟㗎啦
But we're still at your home.
yeah 係啦希望錄下可以真係接觸多啲嘅人啦同埋呢個世界咯
Yeah，我都覺得係。
我唔想太老生 B B 啦咁因為其實我到依家去到生 B B 嗰刻咧其實我好短暫嘅啫我想
你係又諗緊你幾時生 BB 啊？即係嗰啲你又 set 咗。
唔係咁我 mindset 都有好似 back in my mind 㗎嘛我都唔想即係 before 即係我想 before like 34啲樣啦咁我個 time frame 係好短㗎嘛
係啊，
so right now I'm just like
你
whatever I
懷
wanna
孕都要
do
10個月啊。
my point is because I know this 咁啊變相我想呢段短暫嘅期間可以出去就出去啦 otherwise I will never get to go out
It's true。
right 咁就完咗啦
你人生就完咗㗎。No，咁又唔
完咗嘅 it's like a
係。
new chapter 啦
Yeah
但係都係屋企嘅 new chapter 咯
Yeah。
most likely
Oh, that's interesting.
Hello. So please do help us go on more trips together, me and Josefin. 希望可以做得到
Yeah. I hope you guys have learned something from today or inspire you something like during our topic or questions. So at the beginning I said, oh, I feel like 我老咗. The way I'm saying it is because compared to my 20s, I was very active.
都話你講錯咗啦，唔係老咗啊，係 mature 咗啊。
係啦，即係我想好似嚟澄清翻啊，
澄清，OK 係啦，澄清翻呢個字好。
澄清翻，即係好似 Michelle
Disclaimer.
said, disclaimer about. I didn't meant like I feel like older, but of course I'm more mature now.
That's good.
Yeah.
呢個就係魅力所在 you know. That's the root of your 魅力。
魅力沒法擋。
Oh yeah.
But anyway, thank you guys for today.
Thank you so much.
And I hope you guys really enjoy our episodes because 每次我同 Michelle, we do think about what topic we're going to talk about. First season is about,
Getting personal.
yeah, so that's why some topics can go very deep. And I hope you guys enjoy
From very
that.
scary to deep. 你哋嘅好似 roller coaster 咁樣，好驚，跟住變到好 deep。
Yeah.
即係 think about it，跟住好開心，跳嚟跳去咁樣。
Exactly.
Yeah, and I feel like it'd be really interesting for this episode. 可能你哋 comments 我哋個 IG 嗰度啦 maybe you can share like I'm in my 20s, I'm in my 30s， 跟你先你擺個 comment， so we kind of get a range of like where you guys are coming from.
Or no, actually, 除咗嗰樣咧加入啦 and also where are you from, like a Western country, like where you from, like which country?
Yeah, like my 20s from Canada or
exactly,
like 20s from Sweden.
Exactly. It would be very interesting for us to know who listen to our podcast.
Maybe plot twist, everybody's in their 80s. Be like, I'm 80 from from Egypt. I heard you want to visit me.
Anyway, thank you so much, guys.
For listening.
And we will see you guys soon next Tuesday.
See you.
Ciao.
XOXO.
XOXO.